जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम 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 जय जय राम 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 ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ವಾಯ್ಸಿದೆ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆ
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
ഇനി വെള്ളം വേണ്ട.
Not connected. Not connected.
I will put the hotspot. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Pranam, pranam, pranam. Pranam, 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 pranam. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Huh?
Tomorrow we can put the screen down.
Why?
Because we are not getting the glare is coming. No problem. One day.
No, we can.
If you shift here,
Ah.
then light will fall on you.
I can sit, even today, even now. We can.
Thank you.
Please be on the line now.
Please be on the line. Some arrangement. Some arrangement for our proper sitting.
Swamiji, don't. Swamiji.
This way, no. Ah.
Keep nearer. Keep nearer.
Mike, I can give you.
Don't sit in the front, no.
That's it.
Sideways.
This is nice.
Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Today we thought we would share one letter written by a devotee to Papa. This is the tangible gain, I would say. 1 year's in-depth study, if it has touched and kindled at least in one heart, then it gives us great joy. This devotee has been writing now, to Papa, and the words Papa put through him are really inspiring. He says, "Dear Papa, you are slowly making us aware that so far we were trapped inside the individual body. Now you are slowly liberating us to universal self. Now we are able to understand what you mean by absence of otherness, or me to we, and the universal vision." Now all these words, previously we were hearing, We pray to you, kindly grant us the universal vision one day for us to see the whole universe as our own body. Which may enable us to love and serve the world as our own, which was shown to us by you, Mataji, Swamiji, everybody. Maybe we are also slowly entering into that lineage. See? Now we understand the relevance of touch of love, touch of gratitude, touch of perfection. Nothing is irrelevant, nothing unimportant, nothing is insignificant, because everything is you or me itself, capital Me. What a glorious revelation you have granted us. Thank you, Papa. Glory to you. Now we pray to you, please, please, please grant us this experience spontaneously and help us to get established in it. Words or thoughts cannot take us to that state. Only your grace can grant us this experience. Please, with love, your child. Through this letter, Papa is now giving us more and more clarity as to what should be the basis for our prayer. What should be in our heart while we chant Ram Nam. All those points have been brought out here. Every word, nothing is irrelevant, nothing is unimportant, nothing is insignificant. Because everything is His. Right from morning when you make me to handle any object, any situation, any individual, this should be writ large in my mind. When we keep on repeating that there should be a touch of love, a touch of perfection, a touch of gratitude, a touch of dedication. Previously, probably initially it might have been an academic exercise, something to remember. But now when we deal with men and matters, objects, situations, whatever He makes us to handle, we should be able to bring in this dimension. We may fail, we may forget. But by this exercise, by writing periodically to Papa, in our own words, in our own languages, we try to understand the same words with the right concept behind it. And the assurance that we are moving towards Him. In one of his articles called Call on the Lord, he writes this: the moment we open up, He will rush us to take us in. We have read that. But now, when we read this, and when we try to introduce this in our individual sadhana, that is very important. This can come only through individual sadhana. We should not be satisfied with the collective sadhana. Because this letter writing or expressing our experience, it is an inward experience. So, first important thing is we try to understand the meaning of the words. So far we have been using it. Second one is importance of individual sadhana. Third one, we are slowly started realizing we are entrapped. We were trapped inside the individual body. In the sense of individuality has been dominant in us. At least now for a trice, split second. We try to raise ourselves from the present ground level, the sense of individuality, a little higher level. You are slowly liberating us to universal self. Absence of otherness, me to be, universal vision. Previously, when we were uttering it, it had this foggy background. It was not clear, hazy. But now slowly, absence of otherness can come only when we internally realize that what is within us is the one which is everywhere. Me to we means not concentrating on me to me, even in the spiritual sadhana level. That self-effacement. We raise the second chapter, he says, second chapter of In Quest of God, renunciation, remove the I-ness from me. Now we are in a position to understand a little more clearer. We pray to you, kindly grant us the universal vision one day, for us to see the whole universe as our own body. First we remember that when we hear this word, Mataji's words. So whenever something happens at some corner of the world, we have to watch ourselves, how do we feel? When something good, is expressed through that incident or individual, we are happy. When something bad happens in any corner of the world, we are unhappy. Suddenly we realize, I am not emotionally connected, I am not sentimentally connected, there is no blood relation. But still, what is it that made me to feel? So suddenly my universal level approach. So here he is reminding us, kindly grant us the universal vision one day for us to see the whole universe as our own body, which may enable us to love and serve the world as our own, which was shown to us by you. Maybe we are slowly entering into that lineage. When we walk, suppose you go for trekking and you are going for the first time, a person who is already gone, whenever the body feels tired, you get to know the morale is slowly coming down, or our enthusiasm is getting slowly punctured. Somebody will say, don't worry, only a few feet. It may be again half an hour or 1 hour journey. But he's telling that, again gives us the boost. Similarly, he says, maybe we are also slowly entering into that lineage. Lineage of what? Lineage of universal vision. Now we understand the relevance of touch of love, touch of gratitude, touch of perfection. Nothing is irrelevant, nothing is unimportant, nothing is insignificant, because everything is you or me itself. What a glorious revelation. You have granted us. Thank you, Papa. Glory to you. Now we pray to you, please grant us this experience spontaneously and help us to get established in it. Words or thoughts cannot take us to that state. The capping is also very beautiful, no? Because none of us should immediately jump into the idea that it is because of our effort we will be able to do it. No. Words or thoughts cannot take us. Only your grace can grant us this experience. So when you opened the email yesterday, for the past 10 days, we were not concentrating, we couldn't. But yesterday when we opened, this was the letter first addressed to Papa came to us. A very, very, very inspiring letter. So now this mail made us feel how glorious is He in making our move towards Him faster. Our prayer is to feel His presence at all times and outwardly react to events and individuals based upon that remembrance, which means it should always be universal and not individualistic in approach. Anything else anybody would like to say? Our again request is kindly start writing letters to Papa. You can tear off that letter. But simply thinking and writing is different. When you write and read and reread and reread and then tear it off, you will find the impact will be more. So just like this devotee, try. Nobody need know about it. You need not even inform us if you don't feel like. If the prompting comes, you can inform, we can share it with others. So that we are opening up the channel between us and Him who is inside. This is very, very important. Ramnam is the channel, no? Prayer is a channel. Because with all this, still when we deal with men and matters, we are back to our individuality only. We are not bringing God into the picture. That one word of Papa, it should drill, When the Chennai devotees were making a harmless comment that certain people can feel God only when they have a photo before us, before them. Immediately Papa asked them, what did you do? They were making a comment about somebody, You put Papa Mataji's photo, he wanted another photo. What is the difference? They saw God in a photo, you saw Papa Mataji in a photo. Whereas Papa Mataji is in everybody's heart, God is in everybody's heart, you are in everybody's heart. This dialogue of Papa should should get imprinted in our heart, and it should do the, what do you call it, drilling. Papa, I am unable to equate myself with you. You have said that Papa Mataji is in everybody's heart, God is in everybody's heart, you are in everybody's heart. Me, at the moment, I am still entrapped in body, mind, intellect. So I am wondering, how can I be in everybody's heart? Then the reply will come. Who is making you, which power is making you to make this comment? We are talking about that power.
Connection has gone and came.
Today morning, somebody came and told us that as long as we are in ashram, the atmosphere becomes congenial or conducive for us to try to lift us up from our present level. But the moment we go out of ashram, we are back to square one. So we were sharing what Papa used to share when the same question was answered. So in a lighter vein, he used to say that while entering the ashram, you are keeping your baggage, the sense of individuality and all its connections at the banyan tree outside the gate. And you enter and you enjoy. They are not troubling too much. The moment you get into the auto or taxi to go to the station, from the gate, you religiously take back that baggage and keep it with you. Nothing wrong. That is what happens to everybody. But now, having heard this, we cannot do away with the baggage. But we can definitely try to bring in the baggage is also given by him. Then we ask him, why have you given me this baggage? Which I cannot offload, I cannot throw it away. Then he will, so this dialogue, this question, when they said, as soon as we leave the ashram, we are back to square one, it is not a negative thing, it is a positive thing. This is how he prompts us from within to think about it. That is why this point is being raised. So he is behind, he is behind, he is behind. So the theme is we must develop this channel of communication with him. High time. Before December 27th, we must have opened the channel. There is an urgency now. We have started our journey. Seemingly, the destination is very near. What will be our anxiety? Suppose you are meeting your parents, you are meeting your friends, you are going to the company where you are working, something. What will be, same thing should be there, on 27th December, it is not an ordinary event for us, for spiritual seekers, devotees of Papa. It is a day on which we remember that revolutionary step, drastic step taken by Papa. Drastic step taken by Vittal Rao. And because of which only we are sitting here, So 27th is a very important day for all Anandashram devotees, in particular, and everybody in general. When we say there should be a touch of love, touch of excellence, touch of gratitude, So how do we express this gratitude? He will not be satisfied if you say thank you. He will not be satisfied if you say how glorious you are, how kind you are, how passionate you are. No. He will be definitely happy only when we open the channel of communication with him. And that can be done through prayer, by writing whatever he prompts us from within. And whatever he prompts us from within, we put it in writing, as if we are addressing to somebody other than us, by the sense of individuality. And when you read it now, you will not be there. You are finding it as a witness, written by the sense of individuality to the power behind the sense of individuality. And this is a part of the individual sadhana. Today morning we were sharing something, what are they? Anyway, that can be continued later. If anybody has got anything to ask on this aspect. Because we thought today we will talk for half an hour for the next few days, because we are not sure about ourselves. And after that we will have bhajan. So 5 more minutes are there. Are you hearing?
Yes, Swami, yes. Yes, Swami.
Everybody seems to be in a meditative mood.
Swamiji,
Yes?
it seems we have to simply be patient.
Simply be
Continue
patient.
chanting.
We have to be patient, yes, in one sense, and we have to be restless. There is a
Because we have
beautiful,
to wait for
there is a
His grace and
there's a
wait
beautiful
His
quotation of
grace.
Papa.
Discontent there should be for not having.
Over there.
We should not be discontented with
We should not be discontented with
situations.
the situation
We should
are
not
placed
be
in.
discontented with the situation in which He places us. But at the same time, discontentment there should be for not having sufficiently progressed on the spiritual path. So restlessness, otherwise, under the banner of this patience, we may become, what do you call, sleepy.
Laziness.
We may not be bringing out the needed enthusiasm. So better let us be restless, That restlessness towards not realizing, not opening up the channel. Restlessness of not, as he has written, to get out of the me and mine. So one side there will be patience, agreed. Patience comes only because when we remember him. At the same time, the other side we will have restlessness. Both should go hand in hand. For a intense spiritual sadhaka.
Swamiji,
Ah.
how to open the channel? You said we have to open our channel.
Ah.
How to open it?
You start writing letters. When you start writing letters to Papa or any chosen deity or to whom you have the highest regard, who stands for the indwelling and all-pervading reality, you start writing, Even if it is 4 words, don't worry about it. Papa, I don't know how to write to you. You can say that, You prompted us to write a letter, but we don't know how to write. When you start writing it, then you will get intuitively the answer. This is the method of channel.
Communication.
establishing a channel of communication. And then prayer. Prayer in our own words. Let us be very clear. We are not repeating somebody's prayer.
Yeah.
Our own prayer, in our own words.
Yes. But I normally I tell Papa, whatever I feel, I can't write it. My hand is not allowing me to.
Don't worry, you pray. Okay. You can complain that to Papa also. Through one form you are reminding me to write, but through my body you are not permitting me to write. That is that. These are all. We are opening up the channel of communication.
Yes.
We are not confining to one particular.
Papa answers me.
We will intuitively get the answer. Prayer is important. One's own prayer. And if this is getting more and more clearer and clearer, the chanting will become more and more effective.
Yes.
And our approach to individuals and events, you will see a vast difference. Everything you will not take everything into deep, seriously. You will be able to take everything lightly. Because God must have some reason for me to pass through. Slowly that will creep in. These are all the indications. You may be reacting to events but with a different perspective. Nothing will affect you. Seriously. At the outer level, even if something happens, it will not affect you inside. So let the channel of communication be on. Please try. That should be the tangible take-home gain of this whole exercise. Not merely writing, hearing. We have done a lot of writing, a lot of translating. That is all negligible. What is more important is somehow to establish this contact with Him. And if once we get, that is enough. So we will have now bhajan. Hari Om.
Swamiji, we will compare our generation with the old generation. So, like at our age, the other generation was having less amount of facilities.
Our generation, old generation, there is a lot of difference because facilities now, this generation is having, old generation did not have it.
You can come here, sit here. There is a generation gap, agreed.
So what I'm saying is that if I compare the new generation with the old generation, the facilities were less, and with the new generation, the facilities are more.
Okay.
But if I compare the stress level, the new generation is more stressed compared to the old generation. This new generation is having sleep problems, they're stressed about different things. So how Ram Nam and chanting will help this new generation overcome these problems and have a better life?
There could be so many methods. One simple method is, whatever creature comfort we are enjoying now, each and creature comfort, we don't treat it as merely a creature comfort. We try to go to the source of the creature comfort. Now when you carry these bags, you will not see it as a bag only now. You will try to see the creativity in that particular person who conceived this. And where from that creativity came? He only gave. So like that we keep on hammering, so that this will be an aid for us. Instead of thinking that this occupies our mind space compared to the last generation, we will be able to see that. Papa in his book, The Glimpses, in the glimpses, first one they have selected is, go to the source of everything. As an individual, my source, and anything other than me, there also go to the source. That will connect us with Him. Because He is intelligence absolute. He is consciousness absolute. He is the power, life power. Try to enter into the mysterious origin of your and the world life. So when you wear your pants, shirt, think about the person who conceived the t-shirt first, when there was no t-shirt in the world. When there was no, who gave him this idea? There was no dress at all, only barks, we were told, barks of the tree were used to cover ourselves. Think about that, the creativity, the productive, creative thing which he developed, and how he was able to connect the cotton with these, how he was able to connect the paddy with our food, how he was able to connect the wheat with our food, how he was able to connect our vegetables with our food. First person to prepare sambar, first person to prepare chutney. You will see a marked difference. Mataji put it in blunt way. When I touch anything, this is also Papa, this is also Papa, this is also Papa. Like that she was telling. We were not able to understand. How can this be Papa? But when you see this, try to enter into the mysterious origin of your and the world life. To know who you are in reality is the real quest. To arrive at this truth, you have to, by a systematized process of thought and discipline, transcend all human limitations set by the body, mind, intellect, and then, embarking on the realm of the spirit, realize your immortal, changeless, blissful nature. This constitutes religion or spirituality. So the easy way, there won't be any conflict. For some time, he gave, say, 10% of what we are enjoying. Then he gave 20%, then 50%. Probably now we may be 60 or 70%, or it may be less. After 100 years, it may be more then. Because he keeps on bringing new ideas, new ways of handling it. So we don't have to belittle its importance. We don't have to think that they are the roadblocks. No, they are not the roadblocks. If we try to understand the origin, otherwise it is a roadblock. So try to connect ourselves. How did you prompt somebody to do that? Even the very alphabet which we are now repeating, A to Z, somebody should conceive. And one alphabet and another alphabet, when it joins, what a different meaning it gives. G is innocent letter. E is innocent letter. T is innocent alphabet. O, U, T. But when you combine it, get out. See the impact, universal impact. Come in. Please, sit down. They are all innocent letters. So you go to the innocent letter through which you are communicating everything to others. Those innocent somebody must have conceived, when there was no A to Z, when there was no conjugation of verb, when there was no emphasis on diction. What a marvelous setup. Okay, that is one aspect. Another aspect is you look at yourself. He says, from the seed level in my mother's womb, how did he enable us to develop these 200 organs so beautifully well coordinated? And I was not consulted when I was born. He gave the life force. He provided me everything. When I came through mother, you were providing me what is needed for me. And when I came out, you provided the society and mother nature for me to live. In the form of air, in the form of water, in the form of earth, in the form of space, in the form of sunlight. So all these things will change our perspective. Okay, Hari Om.
Swamiji,
Tell me.
may we have the same urgency that you have in your voice.
May we have the same urgency that you have in your voice.
Papa's
That's
blessing.
all
Pray.
I can ask.
Yeah, correct.
Now bhajans are there, Padmaji. Bhajans.
Yes.
What is the bhajan? First bhajan?
Nayaka, Vinayaka.
Theme.
Meaning.
Huh?
Meaning, general meaning, the gist.
So the first prayer is, you can say first prayer is offered at the, mentally we are offering at the holy feet of Lord Vinayaka to remove all obstructions. In our case, not merely the worldly obstruction, whatever obstruction that block us from realizing your presence within. Okay. So that we develop. We are praying to Lord Vinayaka to remove all the, so that I will be able to feel his presence. Yeah. Da.
सिद्धिबुद्धिनायका सौख्यप्रदायका सिद्धिबुद्धिनायका सौख्यविधायका नायका विनायका ज्ञानसिद्धिदायका नायका विनायका ज्ञानसिद्धिदायका वेदगीतनायका विश्वविभावका वेदगीतनायका विश्वविभावका नायका विनायका ज्ञानसिद्धिदायका नायका विनायका ज्ञानसिद्धिदायका. Now the next bhajan is on Goddess Saraswati to give us good knowledge. ज्ञानस्वरूपिणि सरस्वती ज्ञानस्वरूपिणि सरस्वती नादविनोदिनि सरस्वती ज्ञानस्वरूपिणि सरस्वती वीणागान विनोदिनी वाणी वेणी भारती श्रुतिस्वर रागमि कलैमगणी कृतिलयभूमि अन्नवाहिनी सासनि सददनि ममद गगम सा मग सदा मग निरम सानिरमद निज्ञान स्वरूपिणि सरस्वती नाद विनोदिनी सरस्वती. The next bhajan is on Krishna. श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन विहारी श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन विहारी वृंदावन विहारी गोवर्धन गिरिधारी वृंदावन विहारी गोवर्धन गिरिधारी श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन विहारी वृंदावन विहारी गोवर्धन गिरिधारी वृंदावन विहारी गोवर्धन गिरिधारी गोवर्धन गिरिधारी गोकुल संचारी गोवर्धन गिरिधारी गोकुल संचारी गोकुल संचारी तुलसी मालधारी गोकुल संचारी तुलसी मालधारी श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन विहारी श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन विहारी. goddess Saraswati. अम्बुजवासिनि सुन्दरि वाणि सरस्वती देवी नमोऽस्तुते। अम्बुजवासिनि सुन्दरि वाणि सरस्वती देवी नमोऽस्तुते। पुस्तकधारिणि बुद्धिप्रदायिनि वीणापाणि गणयनि पाणि अम्बुजवासिनि सुन्दरि वाणि। वेदशास्त्रनुते विधिप्रिय शुभगे वेदशास्त्रनुते विधिप्रिय शुभगे विद्यावारिधि पाहि पाहि अम्बुजवासिनि सुन्दरि वाणि। मालालङ्कृत मणिमयभूषे मन्दहासे मां पाहि अम्बुजवासिनि सुन्दरि वाणि सरस्वती देवी नमोऽस्तुते। अम्बुजवासिनि सुन्दरि वाणि। Next version is on Lord Rama. राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो जय कृष्ण नमो। राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो जय कृष्ण नमो। कौसल्यानन्दन राम नमो देवकी नन्दन कृष्ण नमो। राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो जय कृष्ण नमो। अयोध्यवासी राम नमो गोकुलवासी कृष्ण नमो। राम नमो गोकुलवासी कृष्ण नमो। राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो जय कृष्ण नमो। दशरथ नन्दन राम नमो वसुदेव नन्दन कृष्ण नमो। दशरथ नन्दन राम नमो वसुदेव नन्दन कृष्ण नमो। राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो जय कृष्ण नमो। ताटकी मदन राम नमो पूतन मदन कृष्ण नमो। ताटकी मदन राम नमो पूतन मदन कृष्ण नमो। राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो जय कृष्ण नमो। रावण मर्दन राम नमो कंस विमर्दन कृष्ण नमो। रावण मर्दन राम नमो कंस विमर्दन कृष्ण नमो। राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो जय कृष्ण नमो। दीन दयालो राम नमो दीन संरक्षक कृष्ण नमो। दीन दयालो राम नमो दीन संरक्षक कृष्ण नमो। राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो सीता राम नमो। कृष्ण नमो కృష్ణ. మురిపాల గోపాల రారా కృష్ణ, శ్రీ బృందావన సుందర ఇటు రారా కృష్ణ. మురిపాల గోపాల రారా కృష్ణ, శ్రీ బృందావన సుందర ఇటు రారా కృష్ణ. మురిపించ శిఖిపించ రారా కృష్ణ, నీ ముద్దు మోము మాకు చూపు రారా కృష్ణ. మురిపించ శిఖిపించ రారా కృష్ణ, నీ ముద్దు మోము మాకు చూపు రారా కృష్ణ. మురిపాల గోపాల రారా కృష్ణ, నీ బృందావన సుందర ఇటు రారా కృష్ణ. నవమోహన భువనవన రాధా కృష్ణ, నవనీతము ఆరగించ రారా కృష్ణ. అటుదాగక ఇటుదాగక రారా కృష్ణ, యశోదమ్మను పిలిచే రారా కృష్ణ. శ్రీపాల గోపాల రారా కృష్ణ, శ్రీ బృందావన సుందర ఇటు రారా కృష్ణ. గలుగల్లను గజ్జలతో రారా కృష్ణ, దోబూచులు చాలించి రారా కృష్ణ. నీ నటనలు నీ ఘటనలు చాలురా కృష్ణ, బుడి బుడి చిరు నడతలతో రారా కృష్ణ. గోపమ్మల గోపయ్యగ రారా కృష్ణ, గోవర్ధన గిరిధారి రారా కృష్ణ. మురిపాల గోపాల రారా కృష్ణ, బృందావన సుందర ఇటు రారా కృష్ణ. బృందావన సుందర ఇటు రారా కృష్ణ. రామ 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 నామ తారకం, రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం. రామ 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 నామ తారకం, రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం. జానకీ మనోహరం సకల లోకనాయకం, జానకీ మనోహరం సకల లోకనాయకం. శంకరాది సేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం, శంకరాది సేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం. రామ 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 నామ తారకం, రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం. వీరశూరవందితం రాక్షసాదినాశకం, వీరశూరవందితం రాక్షసాదినాశకం. ఆంజనేయ జీవనామ రాజమంత్రరూపకం, ఆంజనేయ జీవనామ రాజమంత్రరూపకం. రామ 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 నామ తారకం, రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం. రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం, భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం. శివం భజే భవం భజే, శివం భజే భవం భజే. మమ ప్రతి జన్మని ధవం భజే, శివం భజే భవం భజే. మమ ప్రతి జన్మని ధవం భజే. వరం భజే పరం భజే, నిరుపమమురుతర మదం భజే. పతిం భజే గతిం భజే, स्वनिमिषकल्पितलयं भजे सन्ततकरुणालयं भजे स्वनिमिषकल्पितलयं भजे सन्ततकरुणालयं भजे त्वां गतिरिति पदरतं भजे त्वां गतिरिति पदरतं भजे साक्षात् सच्चिदानन्दं भजे शिवं भजे भवं भजे शिवं भजे भवं भजे It's a classical music. One more. I sing one more song. Kalyana Rama Rama Kalyana Rama Raghurama Rama Kanhangad Maragagalola Anandashram Bala Sita Kalyana Rama Raghurama Rama Kanhangad Maragagalola Anandashram Bala Sita Kalyana Rama Mallikadi Sugandhamaya Navamalikadi Shobhita Karnena Mallikadi Sugandhamaya Navamalikadi Shobhita Karnena Ullasa Parishilana Chamara Ubhaya Pashvena Sundara Kelana Kalyana Rama Gautama Vasishtha Tunduru Narada Kashyapadi Muni Ganavara Pujita Gautama Vasishtha Tunduru Narada Kashyapadi Muni Ganavara Pujita Aupavakya Skanda Deshalankrita Haiva Simhasa Nastika Sita Kalyana Rama Agata Suravara Muni Jana Sajjana Aganita Gunagana Goshita Mangala Agata Suravara Muni Jana Sajjana Aganita Gunagana Goshita Mangala Raghava Rama Rama Raghava Rama Raghu Rama Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai
Hari Om. Hari Om, Prabhu.